Good evening and welcome to Rangers Field here for a district matchup between Braunfels and Smithson Valley High School. Kyle Spencer joining you here on the Rangers Network. Thank you for joining me in what's going to be an intense battle between the Braunfels Unicorns and the Smithson Valley Rangers. Playoff information on the line tonight. Smithson Valley looks to win over the Braunfels. They will be securing the 4th spot in district. If they fail tonight, then it's in the hands of another team in District, Judson. If Judson wins, then there will be a playoff battle between the two of them. If they lose, then Smithson Valley will make it into the playoffs either way. And we are about underway here. It is parent night here in Ranger Field at Smithson Valley High School. A lot of the players we'll be mentioning tonight. 2 of them will be headed on afterwards. Only 2 seniors on the team, a fairly young team for Smithson Valley. And with that, we'll get straight into your hitting order for New Braunfels. Leading off for the Unicorns is going to be Jaden Castro. She'll also be playing left field. Gabby Omichi will be playing in right, will be right behind her. Ashley Sanchez will be pitching tonight and batting third. Raina Coffey will be playing first base and batting fourth. Jenna Thyme will be playing second base and batting fifth. Raina Corona behind her batting sixth and playing catcher tonight. Chloe Haran playing short and batting seventh. Katie Lerma will be batting eighth, and playing third. And then Cortland Cook will be playing center field and batting ninth. In the circle for the Rangers tonight is going to be Presley Smith. Smith comes into the night with 86 innings pitched. So far, she's started 11 games, has appeared in 17 of them, 2-0 record on her season this far, has walked 23, struck out 46, and has the lowest ERA on the team at 2.59, going up against a struggling New Braunfels Unicorns team tonight. New Braunfels comes in with a 6-9 record overall, 4-9 in district, currently 7th place, second to last. While, as I mentioned earlier, Smithson Valley holding down that 4th spot in district, coming in with a 7-6 record and 14-11 overall, coming off a loss against Judson last week, where Smithson Valley was unable to score runs until the final frame in the 7th inning, where they drove in 4. Defensive lineup for Smithson Valley. Pitching, as I mentioned, is going to be Presley Smith. We'll get those to you as we go through this at bat. Batting first, Jaden Castro puts the bunt down, but it's going to stay behind home or stay foul. So no balls, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. Pitching, as I mentioned, for Smithson Valley, Presley Smith. Catching is going to be Hannah Kolsmanberger. Around the horn, Haley Smith at first. Kaylin Klein at second. It's going to be Carissa Vasquez at short. The 0-1 is hit straight shot to Padilla at third. Throws it over to first. Not in time. It was a hot shot to Padilla, who was playing a couple feet in front of the bag at third. Made the grab, but was unable to get the throw in time. The speedy Castro beat it out. So 1 man on, nobody out for the Unicorns. As I mentioned, Padilla is on third, going through those defensive lineups again. And the first pitch is popped right back up into foul territory. That was Gabby Omichi. And the bunt popped up in foul territory. Coming out of her stance and making the grab is Hannah Kolsmanberger for the first out of the ball game. 1 down, 1 on for New Braunfels. And now in the batter's box, the pitcher, Ashley Sanchez. Righty on righty action here. And the first pitch is swung on. It's popped up infield territory. Padilla's getting under it. It's going to go a little bit foul, but eventually gobbled up by Padilla for 2 straight gone for New Braunfels. Finishing out those defensive linemen, Maddie Blevins out in left field. And Ashley LaRue out in center field. And then out in right is going to be Kaylin Klein. Up to bat now, Raina Coffey. First pitch to her is low and in the dirt for ball 1. So Jaden Castro got in on an infield single, and then back-to-back pop-outs from Gabby Omichi and Ashley Sanchez got us here. And the 1-0 is fouled straight back, going to go off the fence for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Castro on first after the back-to-back pop-outs from Gabby Omichi and Ashley Sanchez. 1-1 count. Smith rocks and fires, and a swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Smith takes the lead in the at-bat. On deck for New Braunfels is Jenna Thyme. The 1-2, swing and a miss. So after that infield single given up to Jaden Castro, Smith retires them in order, 1-2-3, and you've got no scores. So 1 hit, no runs, no Ranger errors, and 1 man left on for New Braunfels. We're headed into the bottom of the first. No score here on the Rangers Network.
This is as good as there is. He got it. Here comes Harper. Got it. What a play. Incredible. And they got him. That kid is unbelievable. Now, game over.
Everything you love about baseball is on FS1.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get busy. Work.
Building houses, making dreams come true.
Wow. This is strictly butter.
And welcome back to Rangers Field. After Jaden Castro was able to lead off for New Braunfels and get on, it was 3 straight put down by Presley Smith to end the top of the first. And here in the bottom of the first, leading off for Smithson Valley is going to be right fielder Kaylin Klein. And going through the rest of the batting order, Haley Padilla will be batting second behind her. Hannah Kalsmanberger will be batting third. Batting cleanup will be Lane Whitehead. Haley Smith batting fifth. Sierra Webb in that 6th spot. Carissa Vasquez 7th. Maddie Blevins at the 8th spot. And then Presley Smith will round out the lineup in that 9th spot for Kaylin Klein. We'll get you her statistics here in a minute as she faces off against Sanchez. Righty on lefty, first pitch, swung on to the third base line, fires over to first base for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Kaylin Klein. There on third base making the play was Lerma. Defensive lineup for New Braunfels. Corona catching for Sanchez around the horn. Coffee at first, Thyme at second, Haran at short, and then Lerma over in third. Castro's in left, Cook in center, and then Omichi out in right field. And that brings up the senior on this team, Haley Padilla. And what a season she's had. Righty on righty. First pitch is low on the inside corner for ball 1. 1-0 count. Nobody on, 1 down for the Rangers. Haley Padilla this season leading the team in batting average, .415, 22 runs, 15 RBIs. Also leads the team with 4 triples. The 1-0 goes off the knee of Padilla, and she's going to get on with a hit by pitch. And that's going to bring up Kalsmanberger. So after the ground out from Kaylin Klein, Haley Padilla gets on with 1 down. Kalsmanberger playing catcher today, steps into the right-hander's batter's box. For her this year, boasting a .339 batting average, not too far behind Padilla. And the first pitch from Sanchez is swung on, going to get right in between third and second. Runner advances, and that's going to be a single for Hannah Kalsmanberger. And now, just like that, a runner in scoring position for Smithson Valley. The last time these two teams met, it definitely went in the way of the Rangers, 14-0, and that game was at New Braunfels. Up to bat now is Lane Whitehead, second baseman for the Rangers. Batter in scoring position now. And here's the first pitch from Sanchez. Low and in the dirt. It's going to get away from the catcher, and runners advance. Now Padilla's at third, and Kalsmanberger makes it to second. The pitch was low and inside. Corona couldn't corral it. Got away from her and bounced toward New Braunfels' dugout. 1-0 count for Whitehead. And that pitch is swung on. It's lifted into deep left field. Going back is Castro, and it's going to get over her head. Padilla's going to stroll into home. Behind her is going to be behind her is Kalsmanberger. The throw to third is over the head. And that's going to be a 2 RBI triple for Lane Whitehead. And the Rangers are on the board, 2-0. So that was set up by Padilla getting hit by the pitch. Colsmanberger advancing her on the single. And then Lane Whitehead drives them both home with a 2 RBI triple. 2-0 Rangers early. Now Haley Smith steps up to the plate. One of the other seniors here on this family night. Top 15 in her class, youth group counselor. Plans on attending UTSA in the fall. Got a bright future ahead of her. And the first pitch is fastball outside, ball 1. Good eye there from Smith. 1-0 count. Man on third. And the pitch, rise ball too high, ball 2. Smithson Valley is doing a very good job in the box, being patient and seeing the pitches very well against New Braunfels. And here's a 2-0 from Sanchez. Right down the heart of the plate for strike 1, and I believe that is Sanchez's first strike of the day that hasn't been fouled off. So 2-1 count. Smith digs in with the right foot, righty on righty. And here's the 2-1, shows bunt, lays it down right in front of home plate, and that's going to score the run. And that'll be an RBI, sac RBI for Haley Smith, but the run does come across. So bases are cleared, but a 3-0 lead for the Rangers. Beautiful bunt there laid down by Haley Smith. Beautiful execution on the small ball, bringing that third base runner home. So 2 down, nobody on for the Rangers, and steps up Sierra Webb, designated player tonight for the Rangers. First time seeing Sanchez, and first pitch, fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Webb takes a couple cuts, digs in, and slings the bat over his shoulder. Infield playing even with the bags at first and third. 0-1 pitch is fouled straight back. Corona took the headgear off looking for the ball, but out of play. Will reset and do it again. Sierra Webb, a sophomore. Parents she brought with her today, Lucas and Amy Webb. Coming into today's game, Sierra with a 188 batting average. He's played in 10 games so far this season. And now down 0-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And the 0-2 outside, ball 1. Smithson Valley playing for that 4th spot in district. Here's the 1-2. Swung on. It's going to go over the head of Lerma at third, and that'll drop in. So a 2-strike, 2-out single for Sierra Webb keeps the inning alive, and Ashley LaRue, the center fielder, first lefty we've had in the lineup so far, steps in to keep this inning alive. Righty on lefty action here. First baseman Coffey takes a couple steps in from the first base bag. And first pitch from Sanchez just fell off the plate for ball 1. Webb keeps her foot on the bag at first. Lerma and Coffey creeping in from the first and third bag. And that pitch is fouled straight off into the stands. 1-1 count. Will reset and do it again. For Ashley LaRue this season, 441 batting average. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball hits straight back to Sanchez and makes a great grab to finally end the inning. So the Rangers off of 3 hits. They get 3 runs, no New Braunfels errors, and 1 man left on for the Rangers. We're headed to the top of the second. Rangers holding a 3-0 lead. This is the Rangers Network.
Broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
And welcome back to Rangers Field. Smithson Valley put up three runs in the bottom of the first to take a 3-0 lead over New Braunfels. Now, with a chance to respond, New Braunfels puts up Jenna Thyme in the batter's box, down or count even at 1-1. 1-2 now, excuse me. Fouls the pitch back off behind home plate. Due up for New Braunfels is Jenna Thyme, Raina Corona, and Chloe Horan. And the 1-2 was high, but did she say that she went around? They're going to say no, 2-2. That was a close call there from Jenna Thyme. Thought she'd swing on it, pulled back in the last second. First base ump says she's in the clear. And the 2-2 caught the inside corner for strike 3. And the first out of the inning comes via a strikeout, courtesy of Presley Smith. That brings up Raina Corona, the catcher on this team. 1 down, nobody out. First pitch is hit right back up to Smith. She's going to make the nice throw over to first, and that's 2 up and 2 down for the Rangers, looking to make this a quick inning. Now the shortstop, Chloe Haran. Righty on righty here. Smith at first, playing a couple steps inside the bag. Padilla even with the bag at third. First pitch from Smith is fouled straight back behind home plate. Colesmanberger gets a new ball from the umpire. On deck for New Braunfels is Katie Lerma. The 0-1. Low for ball 1. 1-1 count. And the 1-1 swings and fires, hit softly back up to Smith, corrals it, underhand tossed to Smith at first, and that's going to do it for the top of the second. 3 up, 3 down, and we're headed to the bottom of the second. No hits, no runs, no errors, and no men left on for New Braunfels. It's 3-0 Rangers headed into the bottom of the second. This is the Rangers Network.
I'm privileged to work at GVTC, not only to work for a company that provides excellent products and services, but also through the GVTC Foundation to be able to support the communities that we work and live in, serving those communities.
Any individual can donate. We're a nonprofit 501c3, so it's a tax-deductible donation.
That we're on the right track partnering with our communities as we continue to seek ways to grow the GVTC Foundation.
Smithson Valley did short work of New Braunfels in the top of the second. Presley Smith adding a strikeout and 2 groundouts to her total today for a 3 up and 3 down against New Braunfels back in the top of the second. Now, here in the bottom of the second, leading off is going to be Carissa Vasquez. Due up is the bottom of the order, Maddie Blevins, and then Presley Smith following her. For Carissa Vasquez, the shortstop, she comes in to this evening with a .226 batting average. 14 hits total on the season. She got 6 RBIs, come around to score 8 times as well. And she's stepping into the left-handed batter's box against the righty Sanchez. And the first pitch from Sanchez is hit straight up the third base line. It's going to get past Lerma for a leadoff single. Carissa Vasquez. And already tonight, that's 4 hits given up by Sanchez. It all got started back in the first inning with Padilla getting hit by a pitch. She eventually came around to score along with Hannah Kolsmanberger from a 2 RBI triple knocked in by Lane Whitehead. Batting now is Maddie Blevins, left fielder. We got Vasquez on first. First pitch from Sanchez is high and inside for ball 1. Back-to-back lefties here in the bottom of the order. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 man on. Blevins digs in, awaiting the pitch from Sanchez. And here's the 1-0. Swung on, it's going to get chopped straight to the shortstop. Runner's going to advance, but the nice play there made by Thyme to Coffey gets the first out of the inning. And that brings up the pitcher. Or excuse me. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order. With Kaylin Klein. Grounded out back in the first inning. Shows bunt here. Ball gets by her. Taking off her third was Vasquez, and she's going to get there. The ball was mishandled by Lerma. And so she's going to be safe there in at third, the speedy Vasquez. Reached on a single, was able to advance to second, offer the ground out from Maddie Blevins. And now they just stole third, so a runner in scoring position for the Rangers. 0-1 count, 1 down, 1 man on. Klein knocks one straight to the shortstop. Thyme in the first out. The throw to first is in time. The runner's going to stay at third, so 2 down, 1 man on. And back-to-back ground outs for Kaylin Klein. That brings up Haley Padilla, hit by a pitch in her last at-bat. Righty on righty against Sanchez. And the first pitch is knocked into the left field wall, giving chase is Castro, and she's going to make the grab. So a well-hit ball there by Padilla, put it in play, but Castro made the nice grab to end the inning. So for the Rangers, 1 hit, 1 man left on, no New Braunfels errors, and no runs scored. We're headed to the top of the third. Your score is still 3-0. Rangers on top. You're listening to the Rangers Network.
Hey, Cheryl. I've been working on a Hillside project. FX.
Got a little bit of kick to it. Either one? Fantastic.
Houston, do you copy?
Welcome back to the Rangers Network here at Rangers Field. Rangers unable to get anything going in the bottom of the second. Now here at the top of the third, New Braunfels looking to answer. First pitch is chopped straight back to Smith. She's going to get the underhand toss over the first for the easy out. That was Katie Lerma leading off for New Braunfels. And now the bottom of the lineup, Cortland Cook is going to finally, the Unicorns will finally get through the full lineup. Presley Smith has had her way so far today. And now Cortland Cook steps in, center fielder for the Unicorns. Righty on lefty. First pitch from Smith is low and in the dirt for ball 1. On deck behind Cook, it's going to be the top of the lineup, Jaden Castro and then Gabby Omichi behind her. 1-0 pitch high and outside for ball 2. Smith's done a great job locating her pitches tonight. Braunfels has yet to find a rhythm. And here's the 2-0, swung on right down the middle. Nice grab by Padilla. Fires it over to first in time for the second out of the inning. And Padilla has made some excellent grabs there at third. They've got her playing up a few steps in front of the bag. Makes those hot shots a little bit more difficult. Less time to react. No problem there for Padilla, though. So with that ground out, we're back up to the top of the lineup. Jaden Castro got things going in the first inning with a single. Nothing came of it, though. And the first pitch is a breaking ball. Breaks inside for strike 1. Nice pitch there by Smith. And Castro just watched it go by. 0-1 count. And the 0-2, that one's high. Looked like Castro was going for a slap bunt. Count evens up at 1 apiece. Out in center field, LaRue is shaded a bit to her left. There's a giant gap in right field. 1-1 count high for ball 2. Klein is closer to the foul line down first base. Here's the 2-1 heater. Just caught the strike zone for strike 2. Count evens up at 2 apiece. Smith looking to close out the inning here. And the 2-2 is low for ball 3. And I think Castro might have thought that was ball 4, but just now going full. She'll come back, pick up her bat, and we'll reset and do it again. And here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, it's going to get chopped. Padilla comes in to grab it. Throw over to first is not in time. This is twice now Castro has been able to beat out the throw from Padilla with a nice little blooper single in the infield. And that's been the only offense so far for New Braunfels is Castro hitting dribblers in the infield. So now one man on for New Braunfels. And Gabby Omichi steps up into the right-handed batter's box. And first pitch is going to be low for ball 1. Castro looked like she was going to take off. You saw Colesmanberger hop up out of her stance. For Omichi, popped out back in the first inning. Here's the 1-0. That one just a bit low for ball 2. On deck for New Braunfels, Ashley Sanchez. 2-0 count, one man on, 2 down. The 2-0 is low again for ball 3. So now a hitter's count here for Omichi with a runner on first. And the 3-0. That ball's high. 4-pitch walk for Presley Smith. Been pitching very well. He's had a lot of control on her pitches there. So Castro's going to advance to second. Omichi's going to hold it down at first. And Sanchez steps up into the batter's box. Popped out on a bunt attempt back in the first inning. And first pitch from Smith gets right back on track with the strike. Caught that lower corner of the strike zone. 0-1 count, 2 down. Castro at second, Omichi at first. And the 0-1 swung on, fouled straight back. 0-2 count. Padilla's backed off, now playing even with the bag at third. Smith still playing a couple steps off the bag at first. The 0-2 chopped back behind home plate again. We'll reset and do it over. Again, playoff implications on the line here for the Rangers. A lot to play for. Trying to secure that fourth spot in district. The 0-2 slap back again. So Sanchez seeing these pitches well, battling there at the plate. Not giving up at this at bat. On deck for the Unicorns is Raina Coffey. 0-2 count, 2 down, 2 on. Here's the pitch, fouled off again. Sanchez not giving an inch on this at bat. Pitcher on pitcher duel here. Outfield playing straight away. LaRue maybe shaded a bit to her right. The 0-2 is pop foul again over the New Braunfels bullpen, or dugout, excuse me. Sanchez lumbers back into the right-handed batter's box. And the 0-2, that one's high for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-2 count for Sanchez, takes a couple cuts. Here's the 1-2 from Smith. Swing and a miss, and the hard-fought battle at the plate is won by Presley Smith as she racks up her third strikeout of the evening. And before we go to break, I'll let you know that it's not too early for Rangers football. Enroll now for a full week of Ranger football camp this summer, August 7th through the 11th. All incoming 7th, 8th, and 9th grade athletes can get skill training and even film room instruction by Coach Hill and the Smithson Valley coaching staff. Just $60 for a whole week learning football the Ranger way. 885-1069 for more information. Rangers 3, New Braunfels nothing. We're headed to the bottom of the third. This is the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. General care with advanced technology, we specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
And welcome back to Rangers Field. Leading off for Smithson Valley is going to be Hannah Kolsmanberger. Due up for the Rangers. Behind her, Lane Whitehead and then Haley Smith. Kolsmanberger had a single back in the first inning to get things started. Eventually came around to score on a 2 RBI triple from Lane Whitehead. First pitch is right across the plate for strike one. 0-1 count. Nobody out, nobody on. For Kolsmanberger. First team All-District a year ago. Second year on varsity as a sophomore. The 0-1 is high for ball one. Kurt and Tammy Kolsmanberger joining her in the pregame festivities for family night. Now facing a 1-1 count against Sanchez. And the pitch is swung on. It's going to get popped. Shallow infield. Sanchez calls everybody off and makes the easy grab for the first out of the inning. So Kolsmanberger pops out. Lane Whitehead comes back up. She's going to step into the righty batter box. 2 RBI triple. She eventually came around to score on a sacrifice RBI bunt from Haley Smith. Second time around seeing Sanchez tonight. And the first pitch from Sanchez is right there on the outside part of the strike zone for strike one. And since that sac RBI, Sanchez has only given up 2 singles since then. has done a really good job recovering. And that ball is hit softly. Sanchez comes out of the circle and makes the grab. Throw over to first is in time. 2 up, 2 down. So Karlsmanberger pops out. Whitehead grounds out. And now it's up to Haley Smith to keep this inning alive here in the bottom of the third. 2 down, nobody on. Smith looks on. First pitch from Sanchez gets knocked straight up between third and second, excuse me. And that's going to be a 2-out single for Haley Smith. Said I wasn't able to get the hit last time, had to sacrifice. Now doing a little bit for herself, getting on base. And keeping things going. 2-out rally here. Sierra Webb, designated player. She had a single back in the first inning. Or in the second inning, excuse me. She's going to take time, step away, take a couple cuts. Lerma at third, playing inside and in front of the bag. While Coffee over at first is a couple steps inside as well. First pitch is fouled straight back. Out of play. We'll reset and do it again. For Sierra Webb. Sophomore on this team. Only 3 hits to her name so far this season. Make it 4, including tonight. The 0-1 pitch is swung on. It's going to go into right field. Unable to make the play is Omichi, and that's going to bring around the runner from first to third, and the throw to second is not in time, so a 2-out double from Sierra Webb keeps the inning alive, and Ashley LaRue has a chance to add on to this lead. Rangers up 3-0 now. Here in the bottom of the third. So Smith on third, Webb on second. First pitch way outside for ball 1. Ashley LaRue. 20 hits this season. 4 RBIs, looking to add to that total in this at-bat. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Hard cut there from LaRue, and a nice pitch from Sanchez. Just got it by her. LaRue digs back in, swings the bat over her left shoulder, and awaits the pitch from Sanchez. Here's the 1-1. Just catch the outside part of the plate for strike 2. 1-2 count for LaRue. Steps back into the box. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, popped straight up. It's going to be in shallow center. Coming under is shortstop Thyme, and she's going to make the grab to retire the inning and keep the Rangers knocking. And for the Rangers in that inning, they got no runs off of 2 hits, no New Braunfels errors, and 2 men left on for the Rangers. We're headed to the top of the 4th. We've played 3 straight innings, and the Rangers are up 3-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
Path to the draft. Everything you need to know before your team's on the clock.
He can help this offense go to an entire new level.
We break down which college stars will shine on Sundays.
He gives them a guy that can put the offense on his back.
With in-depth analysis you can't get anywhere else.
I think he's got a chance to vault himself up into that first round.
All leading up to draft day. Path to the Draft, Monday through Friday at 6, live on NFL Network.
Smithson Valley was able to get things going there late with 2 outs in the bottom of the third from a single from Haley Smith and a double from Sierra Webb, but Ashley LaRue was unable to bring in those runs, flew out to shallow center field, and now here we are in the top of the 4th. First pitch is swung on by Raina Coffey, and it's hit straight to the shortstop, Whitehead, for the first out of the inning. And for Presley Smith, impressive inning so far, or impressive game so far. He's only walked one, given up 2 hits. And has 3 strikeouts to her name as well, going up against Jenna Thyme now for the second time. And first pitch, breaking ball, falls off the plate for ball 1. Thyme struck out back in the second. 1 out, nobody on for the Unicorns. Here's the 1-0, swung on, fouled back. 1-1 count. We'll set up and do it again. On deck for the Unicorns is Reina Corona. Due up behind her is Chloe Haran. And the 1-1 from Smith, and a breaking ball gets Thyme to bite on it. Really pulled the string on that one. Thyme was out in front of it. 1-2 count. Smith playing in on the bag at first, and the 1-2 is low and outside for ball 2. 2-2 count, 1 down. And the rallying cheers from New Braunfels, and the 2-2 pitch gets by her for strike 3, and back-to-back strikeouts for Jenna Thyme, and that adds to the total for Presley Smith on the night. She's up to 4. And now Reina Corona steps in, righty on righty. And the first pitch from Smith, fastball just a bit too low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 down, nobody on. And the 1-0 is chopped straight back up to Smith. She makes a grab. Underhand toss over to Smith is going to do it and retire the inning. So 3 up and 3 down for Presley Smith. Leads us to the bottom of the 4th. No hits, no runs, no men left on, and no Ranger errors. The Rangers are on top 3-0, headed to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the Rangers Network.
Hey, what are you watching?
TV everywhere, man.
What, like a YouTube video?
No, actual TV. My cable service is GVTC. I can watch my favorite shows live right on my phone.
So what do you think about that, super behind the times technology guy?
Ha! Next, they'll come up with VHS recorders without VHS tapes.
GVTC already has it. It's called Whole Home DVR.
Radio without a radio?
GVTC cable already has dozens of music channels.
Movies? Without a theater?
Premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, the Movie Channel, and Showtime from GVTC.
I gotta get GVTC.
Then you won't be super behind the times technology guy anymore.
Call GVTC today and get hundreds of great entertainment channels, whole home DVR, and access to GVTC TV everywhere. GVTC, just plain smart.
Due up for the Rangers here in the bottom of the 4th. Vasquez is going to get things going, representing the 8th spot in the lineup. Maddie Belvins is right behind her. And in that 3rd spot is going to be Kaylin Klein. Back up to the top of the order here in the bottom of the 4th. And the first pitch from Sanchez is going to be lifted down the third base line and just go foul. Nice piece of hitting there from Vasquez, but to no avail. Had a single back in the 3rd inning. Playing shortstop, comes into the tonight's matchup with a .226 batting average. Has 14 hits to her name, a double and a triple as well, 6 RBI. Now looking to lead things off for the Rangers. 0-1 count. Sanchez rocks and fires. Shows bunt, but backs off of it. 1-1 count for Vasquez. And now Sanchez and Corona want to have a conversation, and we'll use this time to let you know that our next broadcast, you don't want to miss it. It's coming up Tuesday of next week. We are just across the parking lot for baseball. The Rangers take on the New Braunfels Unicorns in a 27-6A district matchup. The Rangers are just one game back from a district championship. They are playing Canyon right now, then Judson on Friday, and watch the live broadcast of the regular season finale next Tuesday starting at 7 on Rangers Network. So Rangers baseball next Tuesday at 7 right here on the Rangers Network. Stepping back into the batter's box is Vasquez, And Sanchez rocks and fires the 1-1, gets fouled back into the home stands. We'll reset and do it again. 1-2 count now for Vasquez. Lerma and Coffey both playing even with the bag at first and third. You've got Cook out in center field. She's shaded to her left, as well as Omichi. Big gap over on that right side towards the right foul pole. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball started high, and it stays that way. 2-2 count. No outs, nobody on. Vasquez steps back in, and the 2-2. Swung on, it's going to get chopped straight to the shortstop. Thyme makes the throw over to Coffey in time for the first out of the inning. So a ground out for Carissa Vasquez gets things going here in the bottom of the fourth. Last week, Smithson Valley couldn't get runs going until the end of the game. Here, they got it at the beginning of the game. Haven't been able to get it here in the middle innings. Up to bat now is Maddie Blevins. First pitch to her is outside for ball one. Was going for a slap bunt, decided to pull off of it. Blevins grounded out back in the second inning, excuse me. And the 1-0 swung on, gets chopped straight to the second baseman, Horan, and the throw is in time to Coffey. Nice stretch there from the first baseman, Coffey. Athletic play. And 2 up, 2 down for the Rangers as the offense continues to stall. Top of the lineup now, Kaylin Klein. 0 for 2 today. 2 groundouts back in the early innings. And first pitch is outside for ball one. Shortstop Thyme is almost on the edge of that outer circle there. Playing in between first and second. Coffey a few steps back behind first. 1-0 pitch is swung on, hit straight back to Sanchez. Makes the grab and hits the third out of the inning and retires them in order. 3 up, 3 down. And we're headed to the top of the fifth. 4 straight innings of softball. Rangers on top 3-0. We'll be right back with the top of the fifth. You're listening to Rangers Network.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too. No! Sure, honey. How many are coming? I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
We've gone through 4 innings of softball here in Rangers Field, and the Rangers are on top 3-0. New Braunfels now stepping up is going to be Chloe Haran, due up behind her, Katie Lerma, and Cortland Cook rounding out the lineup for the Unicorns. And the first pitch from Smith is a fastball inside for ball one. Was at the knees, but a little bit too much in on the plate. 1-0 count now. And the pitch is low and inside again for ball two. Smith so far in the evening only given up 2 hits, has accumulated 4 strikeouts. And the 2-0 is low again, 3 straight balls from Presley Smith. We saw that back on Gabby Omichi in the 3rd inning with a 4-pitch walk. That's the only walk that Smith has gathered today, and that's going to be her second one. Another 4-pitch walk to Haran. And she leads things off by getting on base. That brings up Katie Lerma, grounded out back in the third inning. First pitch to her, straight across the middle for strike one. So Smith answers back with that 4-pitch walk with a fiery fastball straight down the pipe. The 1-0, or 0-1, excuse me, hit into foul territory deep, got nice contact, but couldn't keep it fair. Lights are on here at Ranger Field. Still plenty of daylight, though. And here's the 0-2. That ball's high. 1-2 count for Smith. Runner on first. And Haran. The 1-2 gets away from Kolsmanberger, and that's going to advance the runner. That's the first pitch that's got away from Halsmanberger tonight. He's done a good job there behind the plate. Going to have to shake that one off. So 2-2, now a runner in scoring position for New Braunfels. And the Unicorns right now just fighting to get on the board. One man on, nobody out. 2-2, swung on. It's going to get picked straight up by Smith. The runner stays at second, and they get the out at first. The throw to Smith at first was in time. Nice play there by Presley Smith. Has been having to serve as almost as an infielder this game. There's a lot of balls hit straight back up to her at the circle. So now one down, man on second, and Haran. First pitch went for the slap bunt. Missed the ball, though, for strike one. 0-1 count for Cortland Cook. Grounded out back in the third inning. Center fielder. Righty on lefty here. Here's the 0-1. Fastball again. Went for the slap bunt. Strike two. 0-2 count. On deck is the top of the lineup, Jaden Castro. The only player for New Braunfels that has had success against Smith tonight. The 0-2, that one's high for ball one. So if Cook is able to get on, Castro could possibly bring in a run. Cook digs in, and here's the 1-2. That ball gets away from Kolsmanberger, and the runner's going to advance to third, so 2-2 count. That's twice in this inning now that the ball has gotten away from the catcher. Haran initially got on with a walk, and then because of those two pitches that have gotten away from the catcher, she's advanced to third now. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, just chips the bat, fouls straight back. 2-2 count. Again, Judson, they win tonight, and the Rangers win tonight. And the Rangers lose tonight, we'll have a playoff. 2-2 is fouled straight back. If the Rangers lose to New Braunfels tonight and Judson wins, there'll be a playoff for that fourth and final playoff spot. If Judson loses and Rangers lose, then Smithson Valley will still hold that fourth place spot. But with a win tonight, the Rangers secure it no matter what. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and Smith pulled the string on it. And that's her fifth strikeout of the night. Cook will go back to the dugout. And now we're back up at the top of the lineup. Runner in scoring position, Jaden Castro, who I mentioned, 2 for 2 on the night. Both of them were hit into the infield. She's just got some wheels on her, so she's able to get to that first base bag and beat the throw out twice. Let's see if she can possibly do it a third time. The first pitch, rise ball too high for ball one. On third is Haran. On deck, Gabby Omichi. The 1-0. Low and outside, ball two. And now it looks like the infield's going to want to have a chat And they're going to talk things over. For Smith tonight, like I mentioned, 5 strikeouts on the night. She's only walked 2. She's only given up 2 hits. Both of those to Jaden Castro, and both of them were kept on the infield, just beat out the throw from Padilla twice, and that's a tough thing to do. Not something you can say, or not something you'll be able to do and get away with every single time. But due up for Smithson Valley in the bottom of the 5th is going to be Haley Padilla, Hannah Kalsmanberger, and Lane Whitehead when we get to the bottom of the 5th. And home plate umpire walking up to the circle, breaking things up. Everybody returns to their positions and will reset. 2-0 count with Jaden Castro, the lefty. Runner on third and Haran. Smith rocks and fires. Hit straight to the second baseman, Vasquez, who makes the grab, and that's going to do it. So with no hits, no Smithson Valley errors, no runs scored, and 1 man left on for New Braunfels, we're headed to the bottom of the 5th. The score remains 3-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Smithson Valley softball right here on the Rangers Network.
This is as good as there is. He got it. Here comes Harper. Got him. What a play. Incredible. And they got him. That kid is unbelievable. Now, game over.
Everything you love about baseball is on FS1.
Take your phone out now and text the word Rangers to 42828 and subscribe to the Rangers Network. Get reminder emails about live broadcasts and all the latest happening here at Smithson Valley High School. Welcome back to the Rangers Network. We're here in the bottom of the 5th. Smithson Valley still holding on to a 3-0 lead over New Braunfels, trying to secure that 4th and final playoff spot. And leading off for Smithson Valley is going to be Haley Padilla, the hottest hitting batter for Smithson Valley. Has not really gotten anything going so far tonight. Got hit by a pitch early on. Also flew out back in the 3rd inning. And since then has not been able to get anything going. Due up behind her is going to be Hannah Kalsmanberger. Lane Whitehead is due up behind Kalsmanberger. Padilla makes her way in to the right-handed batter's box, righty on righty here. Mentioned some of the numbers from Padilla earlier. 15 RBIs, leads the team. Has come around to score 22 times as well. On-base percentage of .563. First pitch is going to go right down that third base line. It's going to stay fair. Got past Lerma. Padilla was looking for extras. It's going to stay at first. And Lerma's had a tough time down that third base line. Smithson Valley hitters definitely staying out in front of the ball, pulling it towards left field on the righties. And that brings up Hannah Kalsmanberger. Had a single back in the 1st, popped out in the 3rd. 1 for 2 on the night. Now Padilla on first. Got her first hit of the evening. First pitch from Sanchez is right across the heart of the plate for strike 1. 0-1 count for Kalsmanberger. Lerma and Coffee, even with the bags at 1st and 3rd, maybe a step inside. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, chop foul. And you heard there from coaches from the Smithson Valley dugout just early on that one. Mentioned they're pulling the ball just a little bit too early on that one. Kalsmanberger, though, 22 games played this year, 11 runs. She's also got 19 hits to her name, .339 batting average, one of 5 players on the team to be over 300. Their batting average. 0-2 pitch fouled high into foul territory. It's going to go over the fence, and we'll reset and do it again. Kalsmanberger has been getting on base in an unconventional way. 9 hit by pitches this season. That's 4 more than the next closest person, who is Padilla. Padilla now has 6. She got hit by 1 earlier, so closing the gap a little bit. The 0-2 pitch hit straight down the line at 3rd. That's going to Get a nice roar from the crowd, and she'll take a few cuts and step back into it. Sanchez tonight has given up, of course, the 3 runs, all of them earned. Has given up 6 hits tonight. And that pitch is going to get away from Corona. Padilla is going to easily take the second base. She advances into scoring position. 1-2 count for Karlsmanberger. And a chance to drive in an RBI here. On the season, she's got 15, tied for first with Haley Padilla. The 1-2 slapped straight up into the right field gap. Padilla's rounding third. She's coming home. Karlsmanberger's going to stay at first, but it's an RBI single from Karlsmanberger. 2 strikes, that is. And the Ranger lead increases to 4. So no outs, and Karlsmanberger is going to stay on. She's going to be replaced with 00. Okay. Which is Camden Matthews. Junior on this team, comes into pinch run for Karlsmanberger. And now hitting is Lane Whitehead with a runner on first. Sanchez digs in. Roxon fires. First pitch high and outside for ball 1. Whitehead so far this evening got things started with her 2 RBI triple in the first inning, grounded out back in the third. So she's 1 for 2 today with 2 RBI. The 1-0 slapped back straight up to the middle, but it's going to be corralled easily by Cook. Was hit straight to her. Maybe had to move an inch on that one. Excellent pop on the ball. Looked very similar to that triple she hit earlier, just towards center field and right into the glove of Cook. He gets a nice applause from the crowd as Haley Smith steps in. Has an RBI to her name as well. Sack RBI back in the first inning. And now she steps in. Face Sanchez one more time. Runner on first, 1 down. Pitch from Sanchez is inside. Taking off is Camden. She's going to get down and is safe. Smithson Valley is 2 for 2 today in stolen bases. And now Camden Matthews is in scoring position. Junior on this team. Lane Whitehead, just a freshman. The 1-0 slapped into left field. It's going to go foul. Was able to get it to the fence though. Had plenty of distance. Just couldn't keep it in fair territory. Whitehead on the season, .354 batting average, second on the team, just behind Haley Padilla. 8 RBI as well, 8 RBI, came around to score 15 times. Now looking at a 1-1 count. Pitch from Sanchez, swing and a miss, pulled the string on it, did Sanchez, and Whitehead came around just a bit too early. 1-2 count, 1 down. Matthews is on second. Thyme now playing back almost towards the infield grass along with Haran. The 1-2 pitch is chop foul. We'll reset and do it again. One-two count for Whitehead. That pitch is high. Corona had to come out of her stance. Count evens up at 2 apiece. Two count for Whitehead. That pitch is swung on and it's going to be just foul. Head coach Wayne Daigle was already telling the runner to get going. Didn't expect the throw from left field to be there in time from Castro. But nonetheless, she gets a few encouraging yells from the crowd, and we'll try it one more time. One down. Matthews on first, or on second, excuse me. 2-2 pitch is hit straight up. It's going to be out of playable territory. So we'll reset and do it again, and Whitehead continues to fight on this at bat. Due up behind Whitehead is going to be Haley Smith and Sierra Webb. Both of those players have a hit in this game. Smith has an RBI. And the 2-2 swung on. It's in the dirt. It's going to be a drop third strike and gets it over to Coffey at first base for the second out, but that's going to allow Matthews to advance to third base. Heads up base running there. And now the runner even closer to home plate. So Whitehead grounds out. Haley Smith now. Sack RBI in the first. First pitch to her is slapped straight up. Out of playable territory. And excuse me, it's actually Sierra Webb in the batter's box. Haley Webb was the one that grounded out. Now Sierra Webb due up, Ashley LaRue behind her. The 0-1 swing and a miss from Sierra Webb. Getting some words from encouragement from her coach on the first base. The 0-2 has a tough pitch to lay off of, ball one, and coming in to score from third is safe. Is going to be Matthews. Heads up play there from Matthews coming in from third. New Braunfels got lax. Welcome back to Rangers Field, folks. Sorry, we apologize again for the inconvenience. Had the power go out here at the field. We're ready to go. We're here in the bottom of the 6th. 5-0 Rangers. Nobody on, nobody out. The Rangers are 6 outs away from securing that 4th and final playoff spot in district. And leading off for this inning is Ashley LaRue, the center fielder. Sierra Webb struck out in her last at-bat, and now LaRue is up facing Sanchez. She shows bunt. Ball goes outside for ball 1. Here at the field, the lights, the scoreboard, everything went off. They thought about playing for a while, but the sun was setting down, and we were told that the lights were just going to come back on, so we decided to wait. The 1-0 is high and outside for ball 2. And, of course, when the power went out, cut out all the cameras, microphones, everything. So everybody trying to recover, put it back on air. But here we are. And the 1-1 swung on, fouled back for strike 2. And a sigh of relief from Sanchez. Looked like LaRue had a pretty good eye on it. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 count. Nobody on, nobody out. Second baseman Thyme is playing it very close, and LaRue shows bunt but pulls off. For ball 3, wants to get the call down the first base line. See if she went around, and first base umpire says she did not. So 3-1 count. Pitch from Sanchez. In there for strike 2. LaRue thought it might have been a little high. It was way above the waist, but full count for LaRue. And Sanchez rocks and fires, swings this one into left field. It's going to drop in between short and left field. Castro tries to get it. LaRue is coming in for the second base. It gets thrown over the head of the second baseman. LaRue takes off for third. She gets in there, so that's going to be a double for LaRue, but she reaches third off of the throwing error. Didn't see who the throwing error came from. It came out of left field. It looked like Thyme was covering second base. The throw was too high. Nice play there by Coffey at first base to stop it from going to the fence. That might have gotten LaRue home. But the first error of the ball game for either team. LaRue on third now, nobody out. First pitch goes right up the middle between second and the pitcher, and that's going to bring in a run. RBI single for Carissa Vasquez, her first RBI of the evening. She's now got 2 singles on the night. Maddie Blevins now stepping in to the left-handed batter's box as we get a couple new softballs here. Corona delivers one to Sanchez. So, no outs. Vasquez is on first. Or excuse me, LaRue is on. Yes, Vasquez is on first after the RBI single. Blevins now, who was 0 for 2 on the night, grounded out back in the 3rd and then the 5th. Thyme playing up again. First pitch is on the outside strike zone for strike 1. Blevins thought that one might have been a little bit too much outside and decided to pull off of it. Here's the 0-1. Shows bunt again, puts it down, but it gets fouled off. So 0-2 count. Bunt now not an option. 6-0 Rangers over the Unicorns. Lefty on righty here. And here's the 0-2 from Sanchez. Way out. Corona gathers it, tries to make the throw to second. Not going to be in time. Taking off from first with Vasquez. Corona tried to make the throw from home plate to Huron, who was covering second base. And now a runner in scoring position for the Rangers. Here's the pitch from Sanchez. Swing and a miss, gets hit right up. Sanchez backhands it, thinks about third, ends up throwing over to first, and it's in time. So the lead runner is out. Another nice stretch there from Coffee. And now Kaylin Klein representing the top of the lineup gets another crack at it. 0 for 3 today, 3 groundouts. Now looking to bring a runner home. Vasquez is on third. First pitch swung on. It's going to dribble down first base. Coffee collects it, goes home with it, but is not in time. Risky throw there from Coffee. It had enough zip on it, but was unable to get the tag. Corona was unable to get the tag. So Vasquez is going to score 7-0 Rangers now. Adding some insurance runs. New Braunfels will have a chance to answer in the top of the 7th, but will not. But that's a lot of runs to try and overcome in just half an inning, and have not been able to get things going offensively. Haley Padilla got her first hit back in the 5th inning. She's now up for her 4th at bat. Was hit by a pitch back in the 1st, flew out in the 3rd. Righty on righty, man on first. And first pitch is hit high and hard over by the New Braunfels dugout. 0-1 count for Padilla. Rangers not a big home run hitting team, only 4 to their team so far. Padilla has 1 of them. That pitch is hit right down third base line and goes foul once again, just swinging a bit early is Padilla. So runner on first is Kaylin Klein. Behind Padilla is Kalsmanberger. Kalsmanberger had an RBI single in her last at-bat. 0-2 count for Padilla. Corona's going to give Sanchez a new ball, and Padilla digs in. Sanchez rocks and fires. The 0-2 is not in time, or is outside, and that's going to be a stolen base for Kaylin Klein. The throw from Corona was just not in time. So 2 runners in scoring position now for the RBI leader for the Rangers. 1-1 is low and in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, excuse me, just a runner on second in Vasquez. Hit by a pitch again. Padilla's going to take her base. That's actually Klein at second base, excuse me. So now Klein at second, Padilla at first. And Hannah Kalsmanberger steps up to the plate. Mentioned she had an RBI single back in the 5th. Now a chance to extend the runs and add even more insurance. And the first pitch from Sanchez is outside. Corona drops the ball, picks it up though. 1-0 count. 7-0 Rangers. Due up for the Unicorns in the next inning. The 1-0 is swung on. It's going to go into foul territory. Coffee giving chase, couldn't get to it. But due up for New Braunfels in the next inning is going to be Thyme, Corona, and Horan. None of which have a hit tonight. Horan had a walk back in the 5th inning. Kalsmanberger steps back in. And here's the 1-1. Right across the heart of the plate for strike 2. 1-2 count. Outfield playing straight away. Thyme and Horan back on the infield grass. Padilla at first, Klein at second. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, it's going to get chopped. Third base. Lerma grabs it, gets the lead runner at third, so Klein heads back to the dugout. Padilla advances to second, and Kalsmanberger, is going to stay at first. She reaches on a fielder's choice. Nice play there by Lerma to knock out the lead runner. 2 down. And now a pinch runner comes in. That's going to be Camden Matthews. Comes in again for Carlsberger. In the box now is Lane Whitehead. 2 RBI triple back in the first. Two down, 2 on. First pitch is hit straight back into center field, giving chase. It's going to drop right in between everyone, and that's going to bring Padilla home. Matthews gets the third, and Whitehead gets her 3rd RBI of the evening on that 2-out double, and the Rangers continue to add runs, 8-0. Now in the box, Haley Smith, sack RBI and a single to her name tonight. And first pitch from Sanchez, right at the knees for strike 1. 0-1 count. Smith steps back in, bat over the right shoulder. The 0-1. That one low again at the ankles for ball 1. 1-1 count. Matthews at second. That's Whitehead over, or excuse me, Matthews at third, Whitehead at second. 1-1 count for Smith. Pitch is swung on and missed. 1-2 count. Sanchez gave up those 3 innings early in the first, or 3 runs early in the first inning, but then pitched 3 innings of runless softball in the second, third, and fourth. And then here in the last 2, the Rangers have opened it up. The 1-2 fastball outside for ball 2. Two count, 2 down. Haley Smith this year, 222. That pitch is low for ball 3. Full count now for Haley Smith. Smith this year, 222 batting average, 8 hits, appeared in 17 games. Here's a payoff pitch from Sanchez, chopped third base foul. Haley Smith keeping this alive, trying to add as many runs as possible to make it tough on New Braunfels in the top of the 7th. Smith getting some last-minute adjustments from her coaches. Full count for Smith. She steps in.